Arab Israelis could now find themselves called up for the military. Until now, they've been exempt from having to serve in the Israeli Defense Forces. Now, those who sign up risk being labelled as traitors, casting a shadow over them and their families, as RT's Paulus Lear explains.
A monument to Israel's fallen. Look more closely and you will see many of the names are of Arab soldiers, fighters who joined an army that many of their brethren here call the enemy. But in meetings like this across the country, the mood is changing. Most Arab Israelis are saying no to being drafted into the Israeli Defense Forces. The issue is up for debate as Israel reviews current military draft laws that allow Orthodox Jews and Arabs to avoid national service.
The Israeli military wants to make us serve not because they need us, but because they want to control the Arab state of mind and divide us.
In a time of war, the army generals will call up our teenagers, and against whom will they fight? Against our Arab and Palestinian brothers.
But remarkably, some Arabs actually choose to serve. In the last 2 years, those volunteering for the IDF doubled to 400.
I volunteered because this is my homeland. I don't have another land and I live here. And so I feel it's my responsibility to contribute to the country.
Suha's 2 brothers also serve in the IDF. It means their family has been branded traitors, people who have sold out to the enemy for money.
I'm not a traitor. I am an Israeli Arab. I think it's high time that the Arabs of Israel shoulder some of the responsibility and volunteer for the army. I'm not saying there's no racism, no deprivation, but show me a country that's perfect.
The IDF is working hard to recruit from the ranks of the country's 1.5 million Arabs. One of the recruiters is Colonel Ramiz Ahmed from the Druze minority.
When the IDF is composed of the full spectrum of Israeli citizens, it becomes a more moral army. But the issue of culture is very significant. We are so-called disconnecting these soldiers from their culture and immersing them in another culture, which is Israeli. Integration is difficult.
But the voices of criticism from within the Arab community are loud. Nadim Nashef says the IDF is an occupying force, and those Arabs who choose to serve in it cross the line.
You cannot ask me to share the burden while you're discriminating against me. I mean, it doesn't go like this. The vast majority of our community sees it as a bad thing to do and do not appreciate it.
With the Tal law set to expire on August the 1st, Arab Israelis and ultra-Orthodox Jews who until now have been exempt from military service may find themselves forced to do so, regardless of their beliefs. Each Israeli prime minister has said to the Arab community, first serve in the army, and then you will be treated as equals. But Arab Israelis ask, what kind of equality is it when, regardless of whether they serve in the army or not, Israeli Jews will always be more equal than them? Paulus Lear, RT, Tel Aviv.